Now, to discuss the implications of this case is National Prosecuting Authority Advocate Jannie van Vuuren. Mr. van Vuuren, just firstly, it's a case that's been dragging on for the past 5 years, different legal teams, very different scenarios here. Just what does the outcome of this case mean?
No, it's. I think we've all parties concerned, and that includes the accused, worked towards the settlement, and I think it's a fair settlement in the circumstances. These are the two main counts. The other counts are more spin-off counts from the main counts, and the state is satisfied, and the state can only thank the police for their support throughout this matter, as well as the regulatory authorities like the FSB for what they've done, and it actually vindicates their actions in putting the company under curatorship.
Now, when this case was brought to trial, the then Scorpions then said they had a watertight case. The National Prosecuting Authority saying that it had a watertight case. Why then only convictions in 2 of the 9 charges?
We could have carried on for another year. I don't think the end result would have been any different. That's my opinion. That as I said, these are the 2 main accounts. The other accounts are small amounts, and it's more spin-offs from the investment funds that fell under these 2 counts. So I don't think it would have made much difference. We did investigate the case, and those matters came up, but we thought to concede on those in the interest of justice and to settle the matter in this way. And as I said, I mean, the accused also made a huge contribution in his willingness to negotiate a settlement like this. The next step is now sentence. We will carry on with the case. It will still take quite a while, and we will put evidence before the court to make the court, put the court in a position to give a just sentence on these counts. So there will be further evidence will be led to assist the court, and the accused will obviously put evidence before the court in extenuating of sentence. As a result of the type of charge, there is a minimum sentence applicable of 15 years, which the accused can convince the court not to impose by putting extenuating circumstance before court, and that's the process that we will be going into in the next phase.
Now, this convictions relate to the Matco company, which is then connected to the Living Hands Trust. This is where the money that was supposed to go to minors, widows of orphans then got lost. But now what happens now? What happens to that money that's supposed to go to the minors, widows and orphans?
Well, the curators are mainly functioned with administrating that process. So they took over the companies, and they had to find the funds, find where the money went to, liquidate whatever should be liquidated. So they are administering that. I will be leading evidence on sentence as to whether there occurred losses and what the amount of those losses. So that evidence will still be led on sentence to assist the court in establishing the moral guilt, basically, of the accused.
Jannie van Vuuren there of the National Prosecuting Authority telling us while judgment has been delivered in the J. Arthur Brown case, sentencing still continues, and then also argument into what actually happened to the money destined for minors, widows and orphans, and whether Mr. J. Arthur Brown is still morally responsible for that money, and then what happens to the curators. Are they still going to be able to find that money so that they can eventually compensate those minors, widows and orphans were defrauded in this case? Back to you, McFarlane.
Thanks for that. That was our reporter Lester Kiewit at the Western Cape High Court.
News that moves. eNCA.com.